Oh, sorry. Good afternoon, MCI. It's another chapel, virtual chapel for you. I'm not getting used to it yet. But this morning, I'm going to keep it a little shorter than I did yesterday. But hopefully it still gives you something tangible to not go home with, but to be home with, and something to think about. This all starts last night. There's two pieces that happened last night for me at home. I was scrolling through Facebook. Yes, I do scroll through Facebook sometimes. And I came across a post from a former principal, Bernie Lepke. And he had this image of his classroom. And in his classroom, on every desk, he had placed the picture of his students. And so as he looked out onto his empty classroom, you could still see each face. And he was reminded of why he does what he does. So that was the first image I saw. Then the second was through both conversations and as I went on a walk with my son. We went on a walk and we started to see these rainbows in windows on our street. And I had a conversation with someone as I was walking, and they mentioned looking for rainbows. And so when I got home, I thought I'd do a little research. What's this? Why are there rainbows in windows? And there's a variety of different reasons, I think, but a lot of it actually started in the UK with a family putting them out and as something for kids to look for as they go for walks. Those that can still go out for walks, something to look for in windows, something to do as they walk, something to interact. And it's kind of, I think, moved into this other piece of this symbol of we're all in this together. I mentioned it in yesterday's chapel, this reminder that maybe for the first time in many years, in decades at least, I'd argue maybe centuries, the whole world has to fight together. No matter where you're from, no matter what your belief, we're fighting together for humanity. And so these rainbows became this symbol of we're all in this together. And then as you start to look at Scripture, the rainbow is also this beautiful symbol in Scripture. If you look back in Genesis after the flood and Noah's Ark, you realize that this rainbow, God talks about it being the symbol of hope and this reminder. And so I'm going to read Scripture from Genesis 12 to 16. This is from the NIV. And it says, "And God said, 'This is the sign of the covenant I'm going to repeat myself. And God said, 'This is the sign of the covenant I am making between you and me and every living creature with you, a covenant for all generations to come. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Whenever I bring clouds over the earth and the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will remember my covenant between me and you and all living creatures of every kind. Never again will the waters become a flood to destroy all life. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind on earth.'" And so, as we were thinking about what might we share with you as students this morning, we came to this idea of why not print each one of your pictures in different colors and create a rainbow on the window. Now, the rainbow, again, is hopefully people as they walk by MCI here in Gretna, it's something to look at, and if they come closer, they might see your faces. And your faces is a reminder that in some ways it's for you and for us, this community that we're fighting for. We, all these pictures, and all those that are still here, we're in this together. And so, just like it's written in scriptures, may this be a small symbol of hope and a reminder in a time when connection is going to be hard, when physically we have to stay distant from one another. It's a reminder as we walk, as maybe we walk alone or with one other, 6 feet apart, that we're in this together. As you see these rainbows in the windows, that there's hope, and we're going to fight for and with one another, and we're going to be okay. So my encouragement to you today, at some point, either today or tomorrow, if it's too late by the time you see this, take some time, think creatively. What kind of rainbow might you want to put in your window? Or maybe it's a different symbol for you. But what kind of symbol might you put in your window that reminds those that are walking by, and maybe even reminds you of your solidarity with the people around you in the community and the fact that we're all in this together. So thanks for joining us today. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good day.